Esta casa no está en condiciones, aquello es, no. Lo primero que no tiene base, no tiene nada. Esa casa, yo quisiera encontrar otra, a ver si estaba de otra forma.
The house is in poor condition. First of all, it doesn't have water or a bathroom. It doesn't have anything. When it rains, the roof leaks. The house is always wet. I'd like to find something else. I'd go as high as 600 pesetas. I've been looking around, but I haven't heard of anything here. Of course, the beds are folded up in the daytime. They're put aside, and then they're set back up at night, one in the kitchen and the rest in the other rooms. If we didn't have it that way, we couldn't be here. The priest said it's a sin for the woman to take something so as not to have babies. He was right in the sense that the business of taking pills is not good for the body. To use those things is not natural. But in another sense, it's not good to have so many children.
With so many children, I work very hard, but I can do it because I'm strong. I never get sick. The only problem I have are from headaches from all the noise. So I go to the store to get something, or I take a walk, and I feel better. If I stayed in all the time, I couldn't stand it.
I used to come on Sundays to see her. We became closer, and I began coming to her house. And then in 1955, we married.
It's good to marry young because then you have all your strength to raise your children. I started working when I was 12. I worked in a bakery. Then I helped a woman with her family. They weren't rich people. They were poor, but she had small children and no older daughter, and she needed someone to help her. The pay was very little. I began going with Juan when I was 16, and we married 2 years later.
The eldest is 15 years old now. I prefer her not to have a boyfriend until she's 19 or 20. If one marries very young, what happens? One's already tied and can't enjoy life, which is what happened to me. I haven't enjoyed youth nor anything because I married very young. Then I had to stay home instead of being able to spend 5 duros on the streets with friends. No, I have to go home. Because it has to be that way. Suppose I earned 10 duros and I spent it. Well, my family will do without. One doesn't enjoy oneself. In some, if you get married at 25 or 26 or 30, it's fine. But as I married as a boy, just as she did, also a child, one doesn't enjoy life at all. She thinks the same way. Of course the woman thinks the same way. But what happens is that one falls in love, this and that, and one marries young. I'd like my daughter to wait until at least 20 years of age. Then at that time find a boyfriend and marry. From 20 on, that's fine. Before, we couldn't eat half the things we eat nowadays because before I didn't make enough to be able to buy them. Since I earn more now, I buy other things to eat. Let's say there's good lettuce. We couldn't have bought it before, but today we can. Or before, if we had to get something, it would be on credit. Now we carry along the cash, huh? It's different. Oh, that's different. Before, I had to stay away from the store until I was able to pay them by selling a pig or some turkeys that I would raise. I would even things up in the summer when I earned more and pay off our debts. In winter, since you make less, you have to play a few tricks. Almost every night I wake up thinking about it, not wanting to go again. But I have to go. I have no desire to go because you go alone. You're abandoned there. It's 7, 8, 11 months until you return. You don't see your family. All I ask God is that nothing happens to them while I'm there. If they're fine, then everything's all right. I'll have to continue going. What can I do here? Where can I earn enough to be able to feed all my family? I have to continue going. After I've gone 2 or 3 more times, I'll save enough to buy something someplace else. Either Valencia, Barcelona, Madrid. I'll establish myself in some city. I haven't left yet because I don't want to leave my father alone here.